So let's look at the text report next. And what we'll do is we'll select a text report type of statistics report. And if you find it's difficult to read your report in the preview window, you can place PC-DMIS in the mode Pan and Zoom. And in that mode, the left mouse button will drag the report around, and the middle mouse button, or the scroll wheel on the middle mouse button, will allow you to zoom in. And of course, there's different text report types that we have access to. And one that's handy to use is one called the measurement report. Because Datapage Plus is attached to an SQL database, as long as you've sent the data over there, then you can build a measurement report at any time in the future. And this is a fairly simple measurement report, but we can take advantage of a tool that's built into this particular workbench called Customize Excel Output. And if I select this option, Datapage Plus displays this dialog that allows me to fill in any custom Excel spreadsheet. This is an example of a custom Excel report that I've designed, and it only takes a few minutes to do this, or perhaps your customer has a particular Excel page that he would like you to use, and you can just get a copy of that. And you can see there are some areas that are blank where I need to fill in the nominal, the measured, the deviation, out of tolerance, the serial number, etc. So let me show you how to do that. So we'll start by filling in the simple things first. Under the template area, what we're going to do is we're going to browse to the location that has our custom report. Under Output, you can specify a location and just make up a file name for where you want to save the results. So the software is smart enough to copy your template, fill in the copy with the data that we specify in just a moment. So I'm just going to call this My Data Report. I'll hit Save. Now what we're going to do is we're going to map the fields where we want to write the data to. Now the easiest way to do this is to have a copy of your template opened up in the background that you can switch back and forth to. So here's my template, and the first thing that I want to fill in is the part name. And the part name is under row 4, columns D and E. So I can do that under parameters. I'll choose the pull down, and one of the things that I have access to is part name. And we know that we want to store the part name in row 4. So I'll type in 4 in both of the areas, and the column is going to be D and E. And so when I've got that in there correctly, I can hit this top blue arrow, and Datapage Plus is going to build a little string for me. So this little string indicates to the customized Excel report wizard how and where to send the data. The next thing that I want to do is I want to write out the axes for all my dimensions. And so that's going to start on row 8 in column B, and I have about 12 diameters that I want to write to. So it's going to go down to row 20, column B. So let's add that next. In our parameters pull down, we're going to select feature dimension variable name, and I want to start at row 8, and I want to end at row 20, and I want to use column B. So I'll enter column B in both of the fields, then I'll hit the right arrow again. So this is what it looks like when you map all the columns and rows that you mean to export. And when I have this filled in correctly, I can simply select Save, And I can give this a file name. And Datapage Plus is now going to create an XML file. And then I can reuse the information in this XML file for the next time I need to create this report type by selecting Load. Now to execute this output, I simply select the OK button. And give it a minute to work. Don't try to open up your spreadsheet right away, you'll get an error. When it finishes the exporting, you should be able to open up the copy that's under the output file name, and all your data should be displayed in the spreadsheet.